Now, from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
Warm and humid, two words we usually don't say on the last day of November, but a huge system is bringing rain and changes as we head into the latter part of the week. And that is why we are getting started at 6 with the weather. I'm here with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater. Felt like late summer out there today, but as we know, in the fall, it doesn't last.
Yeah, it doesn't. And remember, you just talked about unusual weather. Remember back to last Christmas Eve day?
Oh, yeah.
It was in the low 80s.
It's warm.
It was crazy, crazy warm weather. So, yeah, we've had some of this lately. We've certainly got it today. We had 76 degrees for a high temperature today. The record is 79, so we haven't broken any records. But I want to show you the big picture in terms of what's going on. And the big picture is the fact that there's a cold front out there. You can see it in the wind shift line right on into there, perhaps a little bit farther eastward than that along the eastern edge of it. But there's still more rainfall out there other than the rainfall that a few of us are getting as of right now. Now, here's what's going on for our part of the world. You got a few scattered showers into the region. They're really falling apart very, very nicely. You can see it toward Back Bay, much of eastern North Carolina getting some rainfall. But the Hampton Roads area, not much. It did have a little bit into southern Chesapeake and into Virginia Beach. And we're seeing some into Virginia Beach, but most of it's out of the Back Bay Wildlife Refuge. You can see it on into eastern North Carolina. Move in for a closer view. Currituck County getting some rain right through here, a little bit more southeast of New Providence, anywhere north of Elizabeth City getting some rain, but it's nothing too terribly big. And the bigger stuff, the really bigger stuff, is way on off to the west. We could see a rumble or two of thunder out of it. Severe weather, our chance is pretty marginal at best. I think it'll be closer to 11 o'clock before any of this showed on up into the area. But we do have a really, really good chance of some rainfall for later on tonight, around 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll update Super Doppler 10 Live for you, show you our rain chances and some cooler weather, too, in just a few minutes.
And that same system headed our way spawned severe weather to our south. 5 people were killed, dozens more injured in those late November storms, which included about 2 tornadoes. NBC Nightly News will cover this in depth at 6:30. The WAVY weather app can help you track the rain anytime from your smartphone. Our other big story tonight, captured. After being on the run since Thanksgiving, a man accused of killing a security guard in York County is in the slammer. While you were sleeping, police picked up 26-year-old Colston Lewis in Newport News. He's accused of shooting and killing 42-year-old Richard Irvin at an event on George Washington Highway. 10 on your side's Matt Gregory has more on the arrest and the charges that Lewis faces.
A family member I spoke to says he goes by the name Ryan Lewis. He's charged with murder and use of a firearm in commission of a felony. The York County Sheriff says they found Lewis after a tip. A family member, however, tells me that tip may have come from an unlikely source. Early Thanksgiving morning, Richard Irvin died in the County Grill parking lot from a gunshot wound. York County deputies searched the scene for evidence and for the suspect, Ryan Lewis of Newport News. Jessica Hetchy lives in Newport News and remembers hearing about it.
At the beginning of all of this, I would just see police driving through the neighborhood.
That's because the man accused of shooting Irvin, Ryan Lewis, his family lives on the same Newport News street.
Yeah, real easy, real nice. He was very friendly to me. We chatted.
For the last week, she said police and patrol cars checked in on the Lewis house. It was an unnerving feeling.
I was concerned, and I was worried.
York County Sheriff J.D. Diggs says his deputies followed up on leads. Then,
well, we did have a tip.
A tip early Wednesday morning led them back to this home on Amy Brooks Drive, where they found Ryan Lewis.
We made contact with the occupants of the house, and Ryan did come out on his own and surrender himself without incident.
We got a call from someone who claimed to be related to Lewis. The person asked not to be identified. They said the family had no idea where Lewis was until early Wednesday morning. That's when this person says they watched Lewis call in the tip himself. Sheriff Diggs couldn't confirm that.
But eventually some personal information came out and we were able to locate him.
Almost a week later, deputies think they have their man. I talked to a legal expert today to find out if the family faced any charges because Lewis was found at the family home. They said it's what's called an exemption to the accessory after the crime charge. Basically, if someone knows in advance that a suspect is going to commit a crime and then harbors them afterwards, they could be charged. But that doesn't seem to be the case, at least so far, in this particular instance. In Yorktown, Matt Gregory, 10 on your side.
And see more coverage of this story back to the beginning on Thanksgiving on WAVY.com. Other news now, a teen is locked up, charged with bringing a loaded gun to school. This happened yesterday at Heritage High School. Investigators in Newport News say that school officials heard about a gun on school grounds and did a search. Police say a 17-year-old had a weapon under his shirt. Police tell us the gun was reported stolen in Hampton. Just into the WAVY newsroom now, Anthony Burfoot has decided to take the stand in his own defense. Burfoot is charged with taking money for political favors. And 10 on Your Side just spoke with Andrew Sachs about this major decision.
I don't think it was difficult in this case. I think that really from the beginning I have always felt that Anthony had a story to tell that was compelling, that was honest, that was truthful. And given the details that have been alleged against him, I think it would be natural for someone who didn't do these things to take the stand and say that.
Burfoot told the court that he made that decision because it was something that, quote, he needed to do. He will take the stand first thing tomorrow morning. Our Jason Marks will be there. New tonight, a new way to go, a much quicker way to get here to there in Portsmouth and between the tunnels. The MLK Expressway has opened a month early. Just about 90 minutes ago, the first cars crossed over the connector between the Midtown and downtown tunnels. A relief for many drivers who have had to cut through the city for decades now. 10 on Your Side's Andy Fox was first across the expressway during WAVY News 10 at 4:30, and he has more for us now. Andy?
Glad you said that, Tom. We were first. This is 164 heading west, MLK Expressway. We're coming up on it now. Take a look at this. It has been 3 years to this month that construction began on this wonderful structure, and it is an expressway. Let's go up to Chopper 10. Take a look at Chopper 10, and here are the numbers. It is 1 mile long. It cost $330 million. $330 million began 3 years ago. And you got to remember that in July 2015, Governor McAuliffe announced that the state will pay down $78 million of the toll. We are on it right now. We just passed one of the exits here. There are a number of exits you can get on here, go into downtown Portsmouth, and you can just keep on going straight to the Midtown Tunnel. So imagine, you come across the downtown tunnel, you want to get on the Hampton Boulevard, boom, you're right there. Unfortunately, coming to the downtown and Midtown, you'll have to pay a toll for both. Now, we're coming up on this sign now. We're left. You go 164, Midtown Tunnel to the right. So you can see how quick it is to go from 264 to this exit and then to get into the Midtown Tunnel. Tom, it's a big day. Big day for transportation in Hampton Roads. Remember, this part of it is not tolled at all. MLK Expressway, open for business. In Portsmouth, Andy Fox, 10 on Your Side. Tom, back to you.
Anytime we can cut time off the commute, that's always a good thing. Andy Fox reporting live. And, of course, you can count on 10 on Your Side's Jen Lewis to watch the traffic on the new expressway every morning on WAVY News 10 today, starting bright and early at 4:30 a.m. Only on 10, a video showing a man being hit by a light rail train earlier this month in Norfolk. The pedestrians are out of frame on the left of your screen. One train passes westbound. Witnesses say they did not realize there was another train going in the other direction. They start to cross. Two of them then run the other way, but the one person does not. That's when he was hit. The train was going just 10 miles an hour. The man is expected to be okay. Some big new numbers on the cost of Hurricane Matthew in Hampton Roads. Emergency management officials say tonight that the October storm caused hundreds of millions of damage and floods. That they add that to the costliest disaster since Hurricane Isabel in 2003. FEMA says about 4,000 people have received $7 million in aid thus far, but that does not include the cost of repairing thousands of homes. Still ahead at 6, living in limbo after Matthew, why some people living away from their homes may have to move to yet another hotel. Plus, will a Trump presidency be helpful to Hampton Roads? Tonight, we're asking the man who ran against the president-elect's running mate. In sports, a record turnout for Lady Monarchs basketball today. Bruce will tell us why this game was so important. And Don has more on those big changes coming for our weather as we continue this Wednesday night.
When there's injustice, abuse of power, or government misuse of your money,
10 on Your Side is there to uncover it and make things right.
Digging into claims of abuse at a local brig. exposing tens of thousands of your tax dollars wasted by public housing.
Holding ERT accountable for years of toll troubles and demanding answers for you.
Continuing to investigate the use of seclusion rooms for special needs children.
We are 10 on your side.
Always looking out for you.
I do tend to geek out about biscuits. Take a carton of buttermilk, pour it in a spiral pattern, fold it into a canoe shape, lightly flour, start rolling from the middle, small circle. It's really an enjoyable process.
The made-from-scratch pork chop and gravy biscuit, only at Hardee's.
This is our workshop. And this is our tradition. These are our lights. And this is our season of performance. Take advantage of some of the best offers of the year at the Acura Season of Performance event going on now. Visit your Hampton Roads Acura dealer for attractive offers on the RDX.
We honor the brave men and women defending our freedom. The fathers, mothers, brothers and sisters, friends and neighbors who put their lives on hold to fight for justice and freedom in our country and abroad. Especially now, during the holiday season, Grand Furniture would like to pay tribute to our men and women in uniform. To all of those who've served, past, present, and future, God bless you and thank you.
It's Black Friday, and we're taking the galaxy by storm. The new 2017 Nissan Rogue has arrived, and it's at your local Nissan dealer during the Go Rogue year-end event. Hurry in for Black Friday savings on Rogue and the rest of the Nissan lineup. Take on any galaxy. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, in theaters December 16th. Get a low $189 per month lease on the 2016 Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
My first day at work was a little bit stressful. They had me making chicken tenders from scratch. It's not something frozen that you're going to throw in the fryer. It's a longer process, but they're really good.
And now try them in a 5-piece combo for just $5 at Hardee's.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Michael & Son. From the station on your side, you're watching WAVY News 10 at 6.
Welcome back. Senator Tim Kaine is back to work in Washington, focusing on his legislative agenda. And we talked to him today about what it would be like to work with President-elect Trump. Some experts say that Trump might be good for Hampton Roads because of his desire to grow the Navy by nearly 80 ships and expand the size of the military. We asked Senator Kaine, who sits on the Senate Armed Services Committee and the Budget Committee, if he could get behind Trump's plan.
Look, if we're going to grow the military in a wise way and pay for it, that would be fiscally smart. But if we're going to try to grow the military and not pay for it and just add it onto the debt or take it out of other key priorities, that would be bad. So I'm not going to prejudge the situation.
Kaine also said he is ready to be a strong defender of any fundamental issues he thinks the new administration will try to take away. Next at 6, still not home yet. Victims of Hurricane Matthew talk about the process of having to move around before they go back home for good. Their story after the break.
Then the news continues at 7 over on Fox 43. New for you tonight, a streaming service goes where it has never gone before, offline. How you can take some of your favorite shows with you this holiday season, when Deanna and I will see you for WAVY News 10 at 7 on Fox 43.
Donate to Codes for Families at Santa's Seaside Village and receive free admission Saturday.
How can we save our customers more money? Double it. Double what? Double the savings. What if the factory says $1,500? You got to make it $3,000. How about $2,500? $5,000. I like the way you think.
Come visit the #1 Nissan dealership in the Mid-Atlantic region today.
Hi.
It's wonderful to see you. Wow, this looks wonderful.
I bet this is something wonderful.
Wonderful. To all of you, and the most wonderful time of year. Cheers.
For all the things for your holiday, Kroger.
The Buy 4, Save $4 event is on now. Mix and match favorites like 7-Up, Kroger cheese, and more.
most magical time of the year is also the perfect time to take home a new Honda, KBB.com's best value brand. Hurry in to the Happy Honda Days sales event and discover the Civic, Fit, and HR-V right now at your Honda dealer.
How does Goodies work so fast? Here's how. Goodies powder races right to your pain to deliver relief. Fast. And now collect 4 of my trading cards inside specially marked boxes of goodies.
It's time to double your savings. Whatever the factor says, we're going to double it. Take it from me. This is one sale you won't want to miss. Call me today at 757-217-9022 or visit me on the web at nissanofchesapeake.com.
Watch WAVY News 10 at 11.
Your #1 late news source.
Imagine if every day felt like a day at the spa. Well, it can in your new bathroom by Hatchet Design Remodel. From the wow-worthy features to the smallest details, Hatchet will transform your bathroom into a luxurious retreat. For a limited time, save $1,000 off a full bathroom remodel by Hatchet Design Remodel. Call now or visit our showrooms in Newport News or Virginia Beach.
Call Hatchet Design Remodel today for a free consultation. It costs nothing to ask.
From the station on your side, you're watching WAVY News 10 at 6.
This is the last day of hurricane season, but no one will forget the wrath of Matthew here in Hampton Roads. More than 7 weeks later, there is still so much to clean up, and so many of the people cleaning up continue to live in limbo in hotels and resorts across the area. Tending your sides, Marilena Dolores joins us now with a look at why that limbo can be so frustrating.
Yeah, Tom, these people are not only out of their homes, they've been moving from hotel to hotel for the last 7 weeks. They say they're thankful to have roofs over their heads, but not having control over their living situations, that's what's frustrating.
Completely destroyed. My whole first floor, our section, our kitchen, our belongings, our shoes, our clothing, everything destroyed.
Samantha Cardo and her family have been moving from hotel to hotel for the last 7 weeks. She says it's exhausting.
That feeling of uncertainty of, okay, we have a roof overhead tonight, but we don't know where we're going to go tomorrow. It's just, it causes so much stress.
They've been staying at the Atrium Resort in Virginia Beach. Over the weekend, she and other displaced residents got letters saying they had to leave the hotel because of high occupancy. They reached out to 10 on Your Side, and we learned the letter was a mistake.
And it was independently written by a resort manager who didn't fully understand what we were doing as a company.
Residents got another letter today. It did say that they may have to move properties, but they could stay within the company.
In a perfect world, we would love for one of these folks to stay in one of the properties uninterrupted.
But as Nadine Panisha explains, people can claim permanent residence if they stay somewhere for more than 30 days, and that could complicate things.
We're sorry that we have to do it that way, but it is the only responsible way for us to do it.
If they want to stay in the same spot, they will have to pay more, a rate the hotel says is still extremely discounted.
We are going to continue to make all of these people feel at home, or as much at home as they can possibly feel.
Folks staying in the Atrium, Ocean Sands, and Ocean Key will have to find new places to go come February, and that's because of the tourism season. The city of Virginia Beach says they are still operating their housing crisis hotline. I'm Marielena Dolores, 10 on Your Side.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
Today is the last day of the hurricane season, as was mentioned, and there's absolutely nothing out there. Here is the peak of the hurricane season, and that is September 10th. And, of course, it winds on down greatly. And the last one that there was Hurricane Otto, which was way in the southwestern Caribbean. Now, Matthew was obviously the biggest storm that we had. A little bit about that. You can see a little bit of the rainfall going on throughout our area, nothing real big. What happened with Matthew was that it was somewhat, but not totally, obviously, similar to Floyd, in that it ran up against a front. The tropical air ran up against a front. That air climbed and formed these areas of extremely heavy rain, and it was climatologically impossible to predict that kind of rainfall. It was just way beyond what computer forecast models could do. And it was in isolated areas into the south side of the Hampton Roads area and certainly into southeastern North Carolina, and the storm got a lot closer. Anyway, that's what's going on. It's long gone. The hurricane season is long gone now, too. thankfully. You see rainfall. Well, we did have a lot more, really covering the southern half of Virginia Beach, much of Chesapeake, but now it's just confined really to the lower portion of Back Bay, the wildlife refuge, and Knott's Island, certainly. And we're seeing some rainfall over the Corolla area. So again, a little bit of scattered rainfall. There's Knott's Island, Corey's, farther to the inland portions of Currituck County, seeing a little bit of rain, but again, not that terribly much. The big stuff now is way off to the west. You can see all these warnings and watches going on. They've got some big thunderstorms going on there, and we have a chance of seeing some thunderstorms into our area during the overnight hours. Severe threat, though. It appears marginal at best. You'll want to join us at 10 and 11 tonight. We'll update that for you. I think by then things should tend to wind on down, but we'll likely see some rainfall by 11 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow morning at 7, kind of doubtful. I'll show you that in the more localized version, but just to show you what's going on all the way through Sunday. We got the rainfall overnight. Cool front drops on through, and it cools things off for the day tomorrow. And it'll stay cool all the way on into Sunday. And by Sunday, there's some more rain waiting in the wings, but that's not likely to arrive really until Tuesday. Rain tonight, and then another shot at rain coming up next Tuesday, and a lot of stuff in between. Here's the rainfall moving on through. Here's where things are at 7 o'clock. That rain is gone. By 10 o'clock, we've got some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some more at 11 o'clock. By 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, that's gone. But here comes the actual cool front dropping on in. By 5 o'clock in the morning, rainfall coming to an end, and by 7 o'clock, I think we'll see a couple of stray clouds, but basically things moving out. And we'll see mid-60s during the early part of the day, but then temperatures cooling on down from there. And for the day on Friday, definitely cooler. It'll be in the low to mid-50s for the afternoon on Friday. Just a look at the clouds getting lower and lower and lower and lower as we get closer to dark, and temperatures basically around 70 degrees right now into the area. Tomorrow, definitely cooler, around 65, 66 early in the day. But watch out for that rainfall overnight. Again, a rumble or two of thunder is possible. A little cooler tomorrow, a lot cooler on Friday, cooler than that for the weekend.
Every game is important for the Redskins. Bobby Wilder talks about ODU's bowl opponent, Eastern Michigan, and it was all about the kids at the TED today. The Sports Wrap is next.
Cars and life kind of go together. We eat, we laugh, we cry, we discover, we grow. We get your relationship with your car. So we make your car life easy with priorities for life. We want you to have it all.
Value City Furniture presents How to Know When It's Time. First, look for a sign that it's time to buy new furniture. Any sign? At all. Then, follow the signs to the perfect holiday deals at Value City Furniture. This week, you can get free delivery right to your door or no interest financing till January 2018. Perfect. And that's how to buy the perfect piece at Value City Furniture.
Welcome to Toyotathon. Check out our awesome vehicles. Here to get a great deal.
What is...
Oh, that? Everyone loves the start of Toyotathon.
Visit buyatoyota.com for special Toyotathon deals, including 0% APR on many models. Plus, every new Toyota comes with no-cost maintenance included.
Oh, that's unusual.
Not to us.
Toyota, let's go places.
Some battles need an army. Call A1 American to fight your next plumbing battle. We're available 24 hours a day and never any overtime charges. Remember, we're not just A1, we're A1 American.
It's Hyundai's Black Friday sales event all month long.
If you're looking for safety, technology, and value, look no further than Hyundai. While you beat the crowds, Hyundai beats the competition with the best warranty in the business. And during Hyundai's Black Friday sales event, buy Sonata with 0 APR for 60 months, plus $2,250 bonus cash. Get $2,500 in rebates on 2017 Elantra, or make no payments for 6 months on 2017 Elantra and 2016 Sonata at your Hampton Roads Hyundai dealer.
A very special crowd, over 8,500 screaming fans, showed up on a Wednesday morning to watch the Old Dominion Lady Monarchs today. Hey, it's all about the kids. I'm Bruce Rader. Fans of the future, what a field trip for thousands of lucky Norfolk school children today. A chance to watch big-time college basketball. The Lady Monarchs with a record Education Day crowd taking on Dartmouth. 33 different Norfolk public schools represented, and the kids saw a great performance by Jenny Sims as she pours in a season-high 35 points to go along with 10 rebounds. Destiny Young had another 10 and 13 boards. The Lady Monarchs over Dartmouth 82-56 in front of a capacity crowd at the 10. Well, because they played in Dallas on Thanksgiving Day last week, the Redskins got a few extra days to rest up and prepare for Sunday's game in Arizona, coming up against the disappointing Cardinals. Both the Redskins and Cardinals need to keep winning to keep their playoff hopes alive. Washington enters Week 13 as the number 6 seed in the NFC playoff picture, and every game is important.
Right now, we've won 6 games, so we have to continue to keep winning so that we can pretty much solidify ourselves and just make it, just make sure we can stamp, our place in the playoffs. So we know what we have ahead of us, so we just have to continue to stay together, cultivate the relationships that we need to cultivate, and keep that synergy and camaraderie there.
Old Dominion will take on Eastern Michigan in the Bahamas Bowl next month. These two teams have met twice over the past 3 seasons, with the Monarchs winning both games. And talk about an amazing turnaround. The Eagles only had 1 win last year. It was the program's 20th straight losing season. And now they're headed to a bowl game.
Impressive this year, Bruce, going 7-5. They started 4-1. They beat a Wyoming team that was 10-2 this year and is playing for their conference championship, a Wyoming team that beat Boise State. So this is a good football team. They just won their last game against Central Michigan to get to 7-5. Very impressed with what he's done. Different team, Bruce, than the teams we beat in 14 and 15.
Coach Wilder and I will talk more about the bowl announcement tomorrow night at 10:45 on Fox 43. It's a special Thursday night edition of the Old Dominion Football Show. Coach will give us the inside scoop on how the Bahamas Bowl game came about. 15 minutes of local sports coming up tonight at 10:45 on the Fox 43 Sports Wrap, including highlights from the Old Dominion men's game tonight. And I'll see you guys back here at 11.
All right, late night rain coming in.
Yeah, late night rain. And I think by 11 o'clock, we could see some pretty substantial rainfall into the area. Showers, maybe even a rumble or two of thunder. Things look fine for tomorrow, but a lot cooler. 66 and a lot cooler than that for Friday and into the weekend. So join us coming up on Fox 43 News at 10. WAVY News 10 at 11. We'll have a more update on a solid slug of rain moving in.
And nightly news is coming up next as we overlook the beautiful shot in Hampton Roads.
Farm Fresh is proud to